all know dreams reflect our real-life fears and anxieties. Harvard professor Deirdre Barrett studies the most extreme cases of that.
I collected dreams after 9/11 and from Kuwaitis after the Iraqi occupation.
Now she's studying how the pandemic is playing out in our subconscious. Since March, thousands of people have shared their dreams through an online survey. Some are having more literal anxiety dreams about catching the virus or losing a job. But some of our minds are wandering into strange territory. Barrett says many people are having nightmares about bug attacks.
It's any kind of bug, like swarms of bees and hornets come at the person, masses of wriggling worms, armies of cockroaches race at them.
More than 65,000 Colorado students lack internet access. And another survey found the majority of them are low income. More than 2/3 of them are Hispanic. So we're continuing our 360 reporting, looking at the inequities in remote learning, with perspectives from the largest district in the state, DPS, a Title I school in Jeffco, and also rural districts like Weld R8 in Fort Lupton, where more than 30% of families reported having no broadband access right as remote learning got underway. But as the worsening coronavirus crisis coincides with the holiday travel season, we're going 360 with perspectives from visitors, Colorado residents, tourism officials, and the state's top epidemiologist.
No one wants to hear these kinds of things. The safest thing to do is to not travel.
I've now heard from dozens of parents, students, and teachers who are already weeks into this remote learning thing, and the perspectives vary widely. Parents who feel the expectations are too high, others who think the kids need this structure, students who are still learning the tech while missing out on the social aspect of school, and teachers who see both challenges and opportunities that could change education permanently.
So we decided it was time to fly high with this 360. You'll hear from a Colorado native downright weirded out by drone activity, the lawyer who gets to the bottom of what drones can and can't do these days, an inventor who thinks he has the answer to dodging drones in the sky, and finally, you'll hear from a hobbyist who worries the drone hobby is dying a slow death.
Yeah, I saw them one night, and I have no idea where they came from.
So why not take a year off? A gap year. It's traditionally a year between the end of high school and the start of college when young adults travel, volunteer, or go find themselves. But this year, the gap year will look a lot different, and the reasons for taking one are also different. So we're going 360. In the 70s and 80s, they were latchkey kids, coming home to an empty house after school while their parents worked. Fast forward to 2020, and now instead of a couple hours after school, it's all day, because school is at home. So we're going 360, asking when is it okay to leave the kids home alone? We talked to Colorado's Child Welfare Department, a pediatrician, and two parents, both who work outside the home but with different circumstances. They're the holiday moments we just can't have all alone in our homes. The lights and the parades, watching children at their absolute happiest. But is it safe, responsible, and necessary to encourage these holiday traditions in the year of COVID? The blue light from computer screens isn't damaging our retina, but can be bothersome. Before prescribing the glasses, though, DeMoss first advises some simple changes.
18 inches to 24 inches is a good distance to be working from your computer screen. You also want to be thinking about, we call it the 20-20-20 rule. So for every 20 minutes you look at your screen, you want to look 20 feet away, refocus your eyes for 20 seconds, and then refocus on your computer screen.
Says screen time can be divided into three categories: passive, like Netflix and YouTube, interactive, like video games, and educational, i.e. remote learning. Coloradans are some of the most fit people in the country. And even with over 300 days of sunshine to exercise outside, gyms are everywhere, from huge health clubs to small studios. But their future is uncertain right now. Gold's Gym has filed for bankruptcy protection. 24 Hour Fitness is considering it. Last month, Nick Rizzo, fitness research director at runrepeat.com, conducted a survey.
Over half of Americans overall in the study suggested they were not going to be going back when these gyms reopened.
And some may never come back. Of the Coloradans who responded to that survey, nearly 13% had already canceled their memberships. 26% were considering canceling. We're going 360 with perspectives from a public health expert, a bariatric surgeon, a diet and fitness coach, her clients who are trying to lose weight, and an advocate for a group that's disproportionately affected by obesity, diabetes, and COVID-19.
That's why we're unpacking this to-go order with a side of 360. You'll hear from a waitress and a restaurant owner, a food delivery driver, a couple who's high risk for COVID-19, and a restaurant food distributor. First, we hear from waitress Brianne Morley. She's one of the lucky ones still working.
The overall description of my job now has basically just turned into a to-go order.
Looking at this endless time together through a different lens may help your irritation with your partner turn into appreciation. You can start by asking yourself 3 questions when you feel a confrontation brewing.
Is it necessary? Is it true? Third question, is it kind?
But don't stay silent for long. Dr. Rouse says starting and ending your day with an approach him and his wife use called bookends can help couples reconnect. For some couples, reconnection may not seem possible. Divorce attorneys across the country predict a wave of legal separations following the end of coronavirus restrictions.
If your safety is in jeopardy, absolutely do everything you need to do to get out of that relationship, to be safe.
But Dr. Rouse says if there's a chance the love is still there, think about it.